Hi, my name's Robin Helweg-Larsen. I want to share with you a very simple simulation for explaining the concept of equity. The way that we're going to do it is we're going to take a piece of paper and draw it up into 4 areas, like this. And we're going to make a very simple balance sheet here. A balance sheet is a statement of what you have, which could be, for example, cash, or it could be a house, and a statement of where what you have came from. It could be because you own it, or you might have borrowed it from the bank. Now, if we say that a house costs a couple of $100,000, and we're going to represent every $100,000 with a chip. So we're going to use 4 colors of chips here: black, silver, red, and copper. And each chip is $100,000. And what you're starting with is your personal cash. You have $100,000 in cash. And you own that money. You don't owe it to anybody else. We're going to represent the fact that you own it with a black chip. What we have here is a simple balance sheet. What you have above the line is going to balance against where that came from below the line. And what you have and where it came from should always balance. Now, if you want to buy a house for $100,000, you take your cash, you buy the house. You don't have the cash any longer, but you now own a house worth $100,000. And you own it. Let's assume that the house value is double, and you sell the house for $200,000. When you sell the house, you get 2 chips in cash. That means that your equity has doubled. You own the full amount of cash, and you, in financial terms, you are worth the amount of cash that you have. Now let's assume that you decide that you're going to move to a nearby city where there is good work. Unfortunately, houses there are very expensive, but the bank will lend you money because you're getting a good job. You're going to buy a house for $400,000. So you have $200,000 to put up. Here's the value of the house that you want to buy. So you're going to put in $200,000 in cash, but you're going to have to borrow the other $200,000 from the bank. So now you have in your possession a house worth $400,000, but your equity portion of that is only half of it. The bank owns the other half. And then, unfortunately, the Great Recession hits. You lose your job. You can't make the loan payments, and you sell the house. But unfortunately, the house prices are falling because there are more people selling houses than people who want to buy at the moment. So when you sell the house, you only get $300,000 for it. Here's the money coming in. Here's the house going away. The bank, of course, wants to be paid back. So you have to pay the bank back, and your equity has fallen. Your equity has fallen by the amount that the house value fell from the time you bought it until the time you sold it. So you're back where you started. You have cash of $100,000. You own it, so you have equity of $100,000. It's time to look for another job. The information that we've created here is a very simple way to represent the concept of equity, to teach the concept of equity. And you should feel free to take a piece of paper and a pen and chips using 4 different colors, which you can get from perhaps a Parcheesi set or something like that, and use it yourself to teach other people concepts like equity.